feel energized. That was awesome. Thank you, Peter Polzak Trio. Who's ready for some church? All right, come on, guys. It's a bright, sunshiny day. Let's make some church happen. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of those bad feelings have disappeared. There is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, such a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Oh yeah. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are those dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, such a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, such a bright, sunshiny day. Let me see you smile. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Good morning, Unity.
Good morning. My name is Kathy Mathis. It is my pleasure and honor to be here and welcome each and every one of you to Unity this morning. In Unity, we bless and embrace people of every lifestyle, culture, and creed, and we honor and celebrate the many names for God, the many paths to God, the many ways to experience God, and we come together every week to celebrate that for ourselves and for each other, and to celebrate the way that that divine spirit of love, truth, and joy shows up in our lives. So welcome. As we start our service, we like to share our daily word, and today's word is protected. I am safe and protected by ever-present Christ consciousness. Scientists say some parts of the spectrum of life, infrared and ultraviolet, cannot be seen by humans. Nevertheless, they exist. Similarly, Christ consciousness is present at all times, even though I cannot see it. When life is going well, I can easily see the divine in the people and circumstances around me. When circumstances are not to my liking, a spiritual perspective may be more difficult. I take a deep breath and relax into the consciousness of Christ, the inner knowledge of the divine that is always with me. In prayer, I call forth the Christ within me to help me see differently any situation I am experiencing. I am reassured knowing that I am safe and protected by the living, loving presence of Christ working in and through my life. And from Matthew 28:20, remember, I am with you always to the end of the age. And also, as we start our service, just a reminder to please put your phones into meditation mode. And now we will welcome Rev Heidi to lead us in an opening prayer and tell us what's going on.
Good morning. Oh my gosh, what a day. I can see clearly now. The sun's out, finally. No, I'm kidding. Right, so our affirmation, our daily word is so beautiful because it really is recognizing, hey, Lisa, that behind the clouds, behind the cold, behind any kind of trouble or challenge that you're dealing with really is this light. And the solution that really comes from within, it is not anything that we're going to change on the outside. It's always something that we're going to heal on the inside. So let's just drop into that truth, that consciousness. So I invite you to close your outer eye and open your inner eye and recognize and appreciate the urge of spirit that brought you here today. That feeling of, I want to be free. I want to live in the truth that sets me free. I want to know I am protected because I am one with all that is. My separateness is only in my mind. So we come to this vortex of light, love, and laughter to remember who we are, the gift, the spirit that is coursing through our veins at all times. That life is truly breathing us. We are vessels through which spirit flows. So recognize that the chair in which you're sitting has been selected for you. We've been waiting for you here. And so you're in the perfect place at the perfect time. And we're in this time of this journey of letting go of what does not serve us to drop deeper into the well that is bottomless, that is an overflowing cup. So we feel that sweetness in our heart of remembering the truth of who we are and being in a place where you are loved as you learn to love yourself. Thank you, Spirit, for the unity movement, for the Fillmores, for all the people that have been part of keeping this church alive and well for so many years, and now we are those people. So we feel so grateful for being part of a movement and an energy that is bringing peace to ourselves and to the world. And so it is, and so it will be. Amen. Yay, so thanks for being part of the world being better by being you. We are here at Welcome to Unity in Chicago. In case, are you on the wrong flight? if you want to be somewhere else, we're glad you're here anyway. So this is Unity in Chicago. We call this our home on Thome, and it's a community of love, light, and laughter. So it often is the place where I can see people come in sometimes. Wow, it's been kind of a heavy week, and by the time they leave, there's a little more light, and there's a little more love showing, and a little more laughter. And so that's what we're up to, is just, one step at a time, one day at a time, finding that truth that's within you, because it is. Never met anybody yet that didn't have the consciousness within them, the light of God within them. So we're talking today about everybody's favorite word and tool, meditation, right? Another one of those sort of misunderstood terms. So I'm just going to start us with a little vibration of an instrument that a gentleman gave me a while ago. Let's see. So here I think it goes like this. Whoop. Sometimes you hit them together, and that helps. All right. So let's just talk today about listening and being and paying attention, because that's really what meditation is. So we'll pay attention to these announcements. There'll be a test afterward, and we'll see who. It's always is interesting to me. Gosh, I missed that thing. I said, well, we announced it about 4 or 5 times. That's when I take my morning nap. Okay, so we first of all really want to thank the youth, the Uniteens. Last week cooked breakfast for us. Was that delicious? So we want to thank, they're there in the kitchen doing good stuff. So thank you. And we know we had our morning bell, which was our smoke alarm, because they were really excited about making that bacon waft into the rest of the building. So just to let you know that we are in process of talking to our Unitots and our young people about their fire escape program, evacuation, and we'll have something in the bulletin in upcoming weeks about how that works when we do have a fire alarm here, because we will be leaving the building. All right, so the youth are now doing a pay what you can sale, and it's going to be on March 13th. And so you want to bring anything in your home that is, not being used. I started wearing things that I haven't worn in a long time because I'm not ready to let them go, if I'm not going to wear them. So the deal is, but look around your house and see what's, just taking up space, that you may be hanging on to something for, reasons that are not being useful. And that's energy that's not, vibrating and helping you. So we got to make space for new things to happen. So this Sunday after both services and next Sunday after both services, you can bring gently loved, I think is what they're saying, gently loved things, all right? So if it's broken, at least fix it before you bring it. All right, so that is the pay what you can. Today we're going to have a video at the end of the service. To Mark Anthony Lord will tell you more about it, but he's having a prayer workshop after service today. He did 2 Sundays talking about affirmative prayer, so another very powerful workshop. It'll be 1:15 to He'll start at 1:15 here in the sanctuary, and he has a video about that we'll show at the end. And then Mondays with Mark is starting tomorrow night. Leap into a new consciousness. You leap your day, and we'll talk about that a little bit later also. We are going through our book called Spiritual Power Tools. We only have 30 left. We started with 100, so they're $10, and it's a tremendous book. Great things happen in small packages, but it's what we'll be going. We're doing this through Lent. We're calling it Resurrecting Your Soul, but the book is called Spiritual Power Tools. And I also invite you. I want to thank our group leaders. We've been having these in-home groups, which you're welcome to join. I'll tell you the ones that are open, but our team leaders have been Gail West and Mark Hurick, Joe Zephyrin, Mark Burns and Michelle Schmall, Jeff Berry, Steve Benz and Rick Sosa, and Michael Pinoza, and I have a group at my home. And so if any of you are here, if y'all would stand, we just really want to thank these people. They're opening their homes, and so thank you too. And we still have 4 more weeks, so I invite you to put your name and your neighborhood on we have all of our sign up, everything up here at the wings this Sunday. So if you're not in a group and you'd like to, we'll find a group that has space. I know the one in Evanston has space, the one at Peterson and Kimball has space, and there's one in Rogers Park that has space. So we can, or just 2 of you get together, but get together once a week and go through these principles. Many people have asked me, I want a unity class, give me a unity class. So of course, as Spirit works, here Reverend Patty Pipia calls one day, or we're talking, and she is just a delightful soul that you all have known for a long time. But Patty's going to teach Lessons in Truth, and she's going to come tell us about Lessons in Truth for just a moment. So let's welcome Reverend Patty Pipia.
Let's see here.
There you are.
I have 60 seconds and less to talk. So I'm going to talk fast. Listen up now, okay? All right. Lessons in Truth by Emily Cady. You want to know about Unity's teachings? This is it. Emily Cady was Myrtle and Charles Fillmore's teacher. There is the Bible as the basic Unity guideline book to guide our lives with spiritual inspiration. Emily Cady's book, Lessons in Truth, is next in Unity. This will tell you what we believe in, how to work it in your lives, where transformation will come about. It's for the spiritual warriors. That's what I'm going to say. It's for the spiritual warriors. If you took it before, take it again. I can't tell you how many times I've taught it. Every time I teach it, I still learn something because I'm seeing it in a new consciousness. This is a book that will change your life. Heidi and I were talking. It was a book that changed her life. It's a book that changed my life. I invite you, and I am a fun teacher too. I am really fun. So come join me on Saturday mornings and sign up.
Patty, yes. Yeah, Patty, I mean, fun. Her name, Patty Pipia. I mean, it's just fun. Yeah, so really, it was my first class in Unity. I told you all I went to my one-on-one. I did it with the minister in Hollywood, Florida. I went up to her and I said, I just got divorced, and I don't think I could really take a class with Unity, And she looked at me and she goes, Heidi, I don't think there's anybody in Unity that isn't divorced. I'm like, huh? So, it's getting out of our smallness, but go and take lessons in truth. It'll be wonderful, and it'll lead us into, we're going to do a membership class after Patty's class is finished, so do avail yourself. Saturday mornings, you can buy a package and you get $10 off, or you can come each week. That's that. We have been requested another silent day, and when we're talking about meditation today, it's really powerful to come together and be silent together. It's, you're kind of like, guilted to stay all day. No, it's a wonderful, wonderful practice. And so we're going to do it another Saturday, and I will be leading it. It's March 19th, and I just invite you to show up. You don't have to sign up, just show up, and I can tell you, you have so much within you that you've not heard, and you will hear it when you come and sit for a day. And we have a whole process. We have a labyrinth. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. All right, so I want to really thank a gentleman that has done so much for Unity. We have our Volunteer of the Month, and we just love this church works with volunteers. That's it. And so we've been so honored to have this gentleman. He has been, for 14 years, he showed up every Saturday morning to fold our bulletin. And we want to thank Ron Moores, yes, for being that. Yeah, so here is Ron. I can give you a hug. Thank you so much. Yay. Oh, you're so precious. Yes, thank you. And we have flowers for you downstairs. I forgot to bring them up. So anyway, it's so Ron and he always say, Heidi, I never miss. And he was I never knew. You were such a humble servant. So thank you so much for being part of our world around 14 years. That's big. So tell Ron thank you. Okay, so we're going to, please look at your bulletin for Save the Date, right? Because like I said, there's so many times people say, I didn't know that was going on. So look in your bulletin, save the date, get on our website, get on our email blast. Just do it, right? Because you'll miss something if not. All right, so the light outside lights up the light inside. And you are the light of the world. You might have not told yourself that recently. So put your hand on your heart, and whether it's music or cutting hair or putting things together in life and organizing, it doesn't matter. What is your gift? Well, let's just breathe into that truth. And say, I am the light of the world. Together, I am the light of the world. And because we're here when we know that, to ignite that light in others, look at your neighbor and just tell them, eye to eye, you are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You can look across. You can go sideways. I tell you. It's like, oh, I forgot. Thanks for telling me. Yes. All right. So again, with your hand on your heart, and let's just breathe into the power of this community. Because I see people all over the city and certainly all over the world that have just come into a Unity church, and something was ignited within them that allows them to go out and make the difference that they were born to make. So with that knowingness, how powerful it is to be in this community, we say together, out into the world, we are the light of the world. Together, we are the light in the world, yes. And so please stand and say to each other, the light in me salutes the light in you. All right?
Canceled on me Friday because I was sick. Oh, just as well, right? Yeah. You let me know a full day in advance. That's good. Which I thanked him for. Get all your stuff done last Sunday? We're going to go observe this afternoon. Beautiful, beautiful. That felt good, huh? Right? It's like perfect strangers. Why does this make me feel good?
because we're all connected. All right, I did want to say something that I forgot. It's Easter is March 27th, which is a month from right now, and we purchased Easter lilies prior to like a while before. So today is the last day to purchase an Easter lily. All right, some of the proceeds come back into the church, but you can dedicate it to a loved one or to a pet or to the church or whatever you want to do, but we have them all up here on Easter Day. So please, upstairs, downstairs, we have Easter lily sales, right? When this gentleman's in the house, I just kind of get a little more relaxed and moving around. And so we are just so grateful today to have Bruce Henry with us, and we're talking about meditation. And so the idea is no matter what happens, meditate, all right? So here we have Bruce, even if. Let's welcome Bruce Henry.
Good morning, everyone. Nobody knows about tomorrow. You can't go back on yesterday. Right here inside this moment, I am with you today. Tell me, can you keep a secret if I whisper it in your ear? Maybe I should just paint a picture just so I can make it clear. Even if the world stops turning, even if the sun refuses to shine, nothing's gonna take away this heaven. 'Cause heaven ain't out there, it's inside. Inside. I used to know a girl so lonely, sadness was her closest friend. She pined herself away in silence. She was afraid of letting anybody in. She thought that no one could love her. How could she even love herself? Then one day that door was open, and that's when Happy walked right on in. 'Cause even if the world stops turning, even if the sun refuses to shine, nothing's gonna take away from heaven. 'Cause heaven is right here inside. Say it again. Even if the world stops turning, even if the old sun refuses to shine, nothing's ever gonna take away my heaven. 'Cause heaven's right here. I gotta say it one more time. Even if the world, your world stopped turning, even if the sun refuses to shine, nothing's gonna take away my heaven. 'Cause heaven is right here inside.
Ooh, that's just yummy, Bruce. Let's give Bruce another hand. Oh, yummy. And the Peter Polzak Trio, man, you guys are like... Yep, that's why you should come to church. Good stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm always amazed at unity communities. It's so real, right? It's so now. It's so true, right? I mean, this was the deal with when I first came into a unity church. I thought, wow, yeah, I'm learning something here. I can use this. This is going to be handy when I get in my next argument or I have something happen in life that has really been quite inconvenient for me. There's a power within me. You know, it's our first unity principle. There's one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God, the good omnipotent, and that is within you. And it's what every spiritual teacher is teaching. And we have this funny human condition that it's often the last place we look. You know, I don't know about you all, but I always thought heaven was a place, hell was a place. I like warm weather, so I didn't know about hell. Seemed like that's where I was going, so... They say that, unity's not a place where people are trying to get to heaven. They're just recognizing they've been to hell, and they'd like to do something different. So it's, this meditation has been it's been on the plate since I walked into Unity. I didn't really know what it was because for me, prayer was a sort of a penitence experience. You know, the kneeler and the sort of pleading and this never really quite knowing what to say to hit it right. I knew I had a lot of problems, and it seemed like God was sort of supposedly a problem solver, but I never really kind of felt like that was a healthy way for me to perceive God, kind of like like they say sometimes, an absentee landlord or a dysfunctional parent, or it didn't feel very powerful to me. So to come in and start to practice something very counterintuitive, which is meditation, and recognizing that the answers are within me. Because I really thought if you changed or it quit snowing or something like that, I was going to feel better. And perhaps I would for a very short period of time. But we're really not solving and we're not repairing what is the true knowledge. And so that's why if you've ever asked yourself, why is this happening to me again? It's because that wound, that story that was not true, perhaps you were called a sinner, perhaps you were called stupid, perhaps you were called, there was how people treated you, you didn't feel worthy, and that's the truth that you're thinking is going to set you free, but it never will. And I think that's why people come in Unity, because it's like, I am really sick and tired of being sick and tired, which is different than, why did you go to church? Well, I was miserable. But now I feel better. And that's kind of the deal. So we're here in this period of Lent, which is a time of practicing how to wander in the wilderness of life, how to live in the unknown, how to find peace in the unknown. And none of us know how the rest of this day is going to go, but I think we're pretty peaceful in this moment. And so let's take a breath. Feel your lungs expand and deflate. And one more time, expand and deflate. Do you find that you don't pay attention to your breathing? You've been breathing like probably 20 times since I started talking, maybe more than that. And if you don't breathe, you don't live. But boy, how easy it is to just not think about your breathing. I had an incident that I would have called a problem, but it's one of those things, all those problems that turn into blessings. I went ice skating because I like to be active in the winter. And people kept saying, do you know how to ice skate? I'm like, no, but I do yoga and I kind of move around and you can't, how hard is it? You're just going. So I was going and I was going fine. And then they start playing this great music and I can't really stop. I can't not dance. So I'm moving, and since I wasn't yet at Peggy Fleming's level, I fell down. And so I have this pain, and when I breathe, I can feel it. But it's helped me pay attention to my breath. right? So go out there ice skating, fall down, and then you will pay attention to your breath. I find it hilarious how Spirit's like, oh, that's how it's going to work for you. All right, so let me see if we can all vibe to this. It's called At the Pace of What is Real. Stop talking, stop thinking. There is nothing you will not understand. Sin Tao. Like most people I know, I struggle with taking too much on, with doing too many things, with moving too fast, with overcommitting, with overplanning. I've learned that I must move quite simply at the pace of what is real. While this pace may vary, life often seems vacant and diminished when I accelerate beyond my capacity to feel what is before me. It seems we run our lives like trains, speeding along a track laid down by others, going so fast that what we pass blurs on by. Then we say, we've been there, done that. The truth is that blurring by something is not the same as experiencing it. So no matter how many wonderful opportunities come my way, no matter the importance placed on these things by others who have my best interest at heart, I must somehow find a way to slow down the train that is me until what I pass by again is seeable, touchable, feelable. Otherwise, I will pass by everything. I can put it on my resume, but will have experienced and lived through nothing. Living at the pace of what is real. Living at the pace of what is real. I guess that's our question to ourselves all the time. What is real? What is life? What is really going on? And in its most basic form, it's your breathing. Right? In its most basic form, that's why when we think of meditation maybe as some sort of thing that you're going to you're going to connect with enlightenment and it's finished, because that's really what I wanted to happen, is that it's not that at all. It's kind of like, oh, I just want to have one more breath, right? That's that place of wanting to finish in our spiritual path journey, and it's not. It's really asking ourselves, what is real? And so I invite you, let's take a breath again, right? Because in your breath, that is real. That is real. So if you want to start with one thing, that is real. Now, the opportunity for meditation, and we'll read what Jane has to say in her book, is truly in its most basic form, focusing. Focusing and noticing. I always used to say that I would really be a bad detective because sometimes I don't notice what's around, what color things are. And I've recognized that if I live like that, I would be just like swirling by, lots of things, and not experiencing them. Have you done, at the end of a day, somebody asks you, how was your day? And you go, just got a lot of stuff done. And you may not have said, I noticed a red bird. A friend of mine laughed. We laughed about something, and you knew what it was. I felt some pain today. I felt some joy today. I felt sunshine today. It was cold today, and I put on my coat, and it felt really cozy, right? It was strange the other day when I was just practicing breathing, because I have to, and I noticed as I was there washing my hair and drying my hair, I looked at my hairdryer. I said, my hairdryer's blue. I've probably had it 3 years. Never knew it was blue, right? But because I'm just practicing moving at the pace of what is real. Moving at the pace of what is real. We have 7 chapters that we're leading up to Easter, but what she does at the end of each chapter is she gives you tools, because spiritual life is tools. I interview somebody every Monday for my radio show, and I talk to them about their life and how they've created what they've created, and I'm always at the end, they're using tools. They're meditating, they're journaling, They're surrounding themselves with healthy people. They may be getting, they may have a therapist or a lot of really great friends. They may be in some kind of a study group. They often do some kind of something that's good for their body. But there's all these tools. And so that's what we're practicing. And certainly that's what Jesus was practicing. So Sarah Jane Hart says that meditation is the most important action you can take to change your consciousness. Meditation is the method of stilling your thoughts. During meditation, you change the direction of your energy. Instead of stimulating the brain with information from the senses concerning the outside world, meditation quiets the mind in order to make it receptive to the inner world of the soul. Meditation is vital because it is the process that unveils your true self and connects you to your God consciousnness. Does that sound valuable? Yeah, right? I mean, she said in chapter 1 that your soul is your true self. And our last week we talked about intuition being the master of your intellect. Can you imagine if you really had a challenge? And most of us, when we have a challenge, we can get stuck in it. It can happen. Maybe it's just me. But, things happen, and then we get stuck in them, and then we start talking about them, and then we have created this experience that really isn't about your soul growth. I could say, why did I go ice skating if I don't know how to ice skate? What an idiot. Ugh. And, but the point is, I had to slow down. I had to take care of my body. I'm able to recognize that I'm breathing. I had to stop all the stories of how this was a horrible thing and how stupid I was. So meditation is the place where we get to stop. I find it very similar to when I play tennis. You come up and you play in that short court, the half court, and you play there, so you can work on your focus, your agility, your ability, your focus, and then when you go back to the baseline to play, your focus is so much more clear. And meditation is the same way. You're focusing, not on the outside, but we're stopping and we're listening. Do you think our culture is about stopping and listening? Okay, let's see how if you can repeat after me some of these things. Okay, don't just sit there. All right, okay, so y'all heard that one. It wasn't just my mother. Okay, all right, don't just sit there, do something. Let's see, the other one may be the early bird. Okay, and let's see, there was another one that I came up with. Oh, idle hands. Yeah, okay, Fred got that one right out. Okay, so the thing is, you can see that stopping and not doing and not being busy, in my family, that was being lazy, being irresponsible, being, don't be a bump on a pickle. That was the other one I heard. I'm thinking, what's y'all didn't hear that? Okay, see, now I say these things that I think everybody's heard. I'm like, what's wrong with a bump on a pickle? Anyway, so a lot of this, get moving. Or, and I might have told you, families are interesting because we all do the same thing. We get together and it's run. I didn't go on the Christmas vacation last week, but many of them called me and said, it was great, I'm exhausted. All we did was this and run and, and scuba dive and jogging. And it's like, I had a friend that came with me on a family vacation once, and we kept taking a picture of Bob in the hammock. Because, Bob was there a lot by himself in the hammock. Bob in the hammock, everybody else is, woo, but to stay busy is sort of our, mantra. This makes me feel good about myself, is to stay busy. So let's see, we've got some people talking about busyness now. John Maxwell says, the greatest enemy of good thinking is busyness. All right? This is a gentleman that was a stockbroker. He said, I wanted to figure out why I was so busy, but I couldn't find the time to do it. Here's an Indian mystic says, he who is too busy he is too busy doing, okay. He who is too busy doing good finds no time to be good. And I love this bumper sticker. Well, I really hate it, but the bumper sticker that says, Jesus is coming back, look busy. Right? Okay? All right. Okay. And so we're going to, I don't think Jesus was busy in the wilderness. I don't think so. He left everything he knew. He left his pals. He left his life. And he just wandered out to prove God to prove that that he was teaching was really true. Probably the hardest part of coming into unity is that pretty soon somebody here, people do it to me all the time, well, Heidi, you did say that on Sunday, maybe you want to practice it. It's like, would you just leave me alone, right? But that's what the point is, that we have to practice these things. You know, this meditation is a tool, and I just invite you to prove to yourself that it works, or prove to yourself that it doesn't work. Come talk to me about it. We know that it can. We know that it has to. As long as you're breathing and your heart's beating. Can we breathe again? Okay, so let's listen to these that I think are what I call the talk today. Don't just do something, sit there. That sign is in 3 places in my house. And I love this that I found on a silent retreat. Start slow and taper off. And then right, yeah, very good, okay. I'm glad y'all are liking these. Most of these I read and I go, you gotta be kidding me. So how is anything going to get accomplished? So we're that's why I lead the silent days, let me tell you. So this St. Francis, a Swiss saint, said, half an hour's meditation each day is essential, except when you're busy. Then a full hour is needed, right? Okay. And people, you know that this works. You know, I love talking to unity people or people on a spiritual path because they will say, Spirit told me this, or I was led by this, or I listened and I heard this. The other thing that drives me a little crazy when I try to make any decisions around here, people go, I have to get back to you tomorrow. I have to, meditate on that. And it's like, okay, whatever. But I understand, but I honor that, right? We really want to honor that in one another, that we want to listen. We want to, and to know that it's going to be counterintuitive. It's going to be uncomfortable. I hope we have this many people here on Silent Day, because I can tell you 100%, I've never heard anybody come at the end of the day and say, this was a waste of time. Never. And it always occurs to me that that there's other things I can do every single time. But I know that what happens after we really practice meditation, and we'll practice some today, and people have shared even after that silent day, I'm responding differently in life. I'm not so angry at that person I used to be. I felt angry. I don't feel like I have to move so fast. I'm not so mean in the world. I'm not so angry even at drivers, which is the biggest test here. And I'm kind of letting things unfold. I'm moving at the pace of what is real. I'm moving at the pace of what is real. Why don't we just say that as an affirmation, all right? I'm moving at the pace of what is real. And close your eyes and let's say that. I'm moving at the pace of what is real. And one more time. I'm moving at the pace of what is real. And let's breathe in. Okay. So what I see, and she uses this as a metaphor, and she calls this meditation process like a computer. Right, that there's a computer. I think I shared with you all, my dad bought me a computer in 1992. I didn't know what to do with it. It was a box, sat in my house for a couple of weeks, and then pretty soon I put a tablecloth on it. And then I put some flowers on it, and then I put some books on it, and I had it as an end table. Sorry. But I didn't know what to do. And I wonder if that's how we use meditation. It's so unfamiliar to us. This idea of slowing down feels so irresponsible that we just, put a tablecloth on it and put some flowers and some books, and, maybe the next lifetime I'll be in this meditation because I don't understand it. And the other thing that happens the minute that you sit, all those things that you haven't been listening to come up. So this is not fun. I mean, why am I doing this? But what happens, like a snow globe, is when we sit and move at the pace of what is real, all those thoughts start to diminish. This is what people come in on Silent Day in the morning. I really got to figure this out. And at the end, a whole new thing has come for them because the ego has had to let go. So I find this like a computer. It's like a GPS. And the old GPS, now everybody's got all kinds of navigation systems, but I like it to think of it as a God-powered system, okay? And so your GPS, and you get in a car or you turn on your phone and you put in that map and you rely on that map, right? I'm not sure if that map is right. I don't think so. I've got to second guess this map, but we sure second guess ourselves. And so this map, so I just want to use a couple of road signs as a metaphor for life, all right? Because we put in this map, it says we're going from here to here, and I still don't know Chicago that well because I'm always following that map. And people will go, well, it's in that neighborhood. I'm like, give me the address. And so to really have, and then Diane, she's not here, so I can tell her story. No, but she talked about going that she's old-fashioned. She says she doesn't have one of these smartphones, so she printed out directions like people used to do, and she said she got lost, and she said I had to tune into this God protection system, and I sort of knew where this thing was, and I just kept driving, and pretty soon I was there. Right? So let me just ask you what you do when things like when you see a detour sign in life, all right? When things come around, people, I'll use the detour of the car getting stolen. Really wasn't my plan, right? And when we get to detour signs, it's a new way. It says the way you've been going ain't going to happen anymore, but there's a new way. And how many of us get to a detour sign and go, a new way? Oh my gosh, I'm going to get to see new flowers and new animals and bunnies and things that I haven't seen today. And usually it's like, oh, are you kidding? So in our detour, how much in your meditative life practice can you go, oh, you may at first get a little frustrated, but then, oh, there's a system in place. I'm looking for another car now. What is it with you? A relationship ended that you didn't think was going to end, or started that you didn't think it was going to start, or work is better than you thought, or it's ending, or health, something happened. And so there's a detour, but just keep following it. And with meditation, you'll know, oh, there's a new path that's being laid. And unlike the reading, not by somebody else, but by you, by spirit. So the other thing that I remember when I did have a GPS is when I was off track, when you get off track, it would very kindly say to me, when appropriate, make a legal U-turn, right? I mean, and I just wonder if we've done something that we don't feel good about, when it is allowed, make a legal U-turn. There's a gentleness to it. It's not, again, oh my gosh, I don't know, why am I doing this again? I make a U-turn. Because perhaps the way I'd been, there was something to learn back there, but it's not ever about being unkind to yourself. And then also the final one is these windy roads. Because it may be that you're on this path that just feels like it just keeps moving. I haven't gotten to the answer yet. I shared about the road to Hana in Maui. Anybody done that road? It's a 30-mile road with 600 turns, all right? And if you go too fast, you're going to get sick. You may go off the road, bad for your vehicle. But if you slow down and move at the pace of what is real, you see waterfalls, you smell the most beautiful smells. If you want to buy pot, somebody's there. You might have missed them. But it's... you got to throw in a little humor there. But the point is you'll miss the fruit stand. That's there too. But the thing about life, we have to slow down to the pace of what is real. And so we want to continue to navigate this experience of focusing. I promise you, even though you've been told, you may don't be a bump on a pickle or keep moving or, don't just sit there, do something. It is really completely contrary to being spiritually present, to being a spiritual warrior, as Patty shared. So we're going to practice today sitting in silence, real silence. And I'd like to tell you what the three things. The deal with meditation, there's no perfect way to do it. You don't have to have the right yoga clothes or the right place or the sunshine coming in from the east or anything like this. It's really the practice of finding quiet is good, but then people have guided meditations. I was going to do that today. We may do that in a later week. But you can have music. You can have, but the deal is that what is working for you? And there's so many things online. There's gongs. It goes on and on and on. So I'm going to practice a chant today. Chanting will allow you to let go of this, serious, figuring things out, and it forces you, singing, as many of you know, forces you to lighten up. So this is a Sanskrit, some words, and we'll put them up here, and perhaps you've heard them, but it's Om Namah Shiva. And so this really means Om is the vibrational sound of the universe, so we can tune into that. And Namah Shiva is really honoring Shiva, which is your inner self. So it is this idea of I'm tuning into the universal vibration, and I'm honoring my inner self. Scientifically, meditation calms down these waves of doingness and allows you to have space to hear that next part that will guide you on in your life. Jesus was very clear when he came back after these 40 days and 40 nights that this is what I need to experience because it's going to inspire a lot of people. And he was very clear that this was his mission. So we all have missions. And I don't think any of us will be nailed up on a cross, thank heavens. But the idea is that what you will do is something will die in you so something new can be resurrected. This is resurrecting your soul. So these are the words, and let's just say them. It goes Om Namah Shiva. Can we say that together? Om Namah Shiva. And then the tune goes, so it goes like this. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Om Namah Shiva. Shiva Om Namah. All right, now you're very fortunate that I am not going to keep singing. But what we're going to do is we're having, Robert Goss has a CD that's beautiful, GASS. And so we'll be playing this. You can keep your eyes open, or you can just let this chant happen to you. You get them right, wrong, it doesn't matter. You'll probably start humming because it's a very soothing lullaby for our soul. So what we're going to practice here is we're going to sing this together, or just be with other people singing, or listen to the sound. We'll do this for about 3 minutes, and then we're going to be silent. So when the music goes down, just practice being quiet, and we'll be quiet for probably 5-6 minutes, just in pure silence. I'd like you to know that if somebody coughs, if you hear anything, just be with it. It's life, right? We're moving at the pace of what is real, and what's real is life is happening. So just let yourself get comfortable. If I want to take anything out of your lab, and just allow the Om to take you away and honor this inner self. So here we go.
Oh
after 6 years sitting under the Bodhi tree, Buddha went out into his people, and they said to him, "Are you a saint?" And he said, "No." And they said, "Are you a god?" And he said, "No." And they said, "What are you?" And he said, "I am awake." So let us sing our chant about honoring and saluting your inner presence for another couple of moments, just sitting in that majesty of your own divinity.
Say the names of all you would like to hold in prayer. And let's hold all the names of the people on the screen behind us. And we expand our prayers to our congregation, our staff, Reverend Heidi, Christy, everyone who makes this place works, volunteers, and of course you. And we also extend out into the world, the prayers for the world. And we say thank you, God, for answered prayers. We are your prayer chaplains today, Jerry and myself, Diane. We will be happy to pray with you in the Fillmore room to the right of the sanctuary. All prayers are in confidence. We welcome this opportunity for joy, or whatever is on your heart in this time to serve for you. Thank you for the opportunity. Amen.
Very nice. Thank you. So we'll dive into our vibration here. Lots of tools. So thank you for being with that. Was that nice? Did you find yourself sort of lullabying into it? Yeah. So that can be a great way to practice before you take your quiet time to sort of calm yourself. So music can be great, and that is Robert Goss, G-A-S-S. And so many ways that we can calm down and then recognize how something more true and more real will be coming through you as you just sit and wait, be still and know. So moving at the pace of what is real. So we're here and we are really excited about all your abundance and your presence and the gratitude and the generosity that is you. And so we continue to support this beautiful property, this wonderful building, all the people that come through here. And we just know we're open. We have so many things going on here all week. So please be part of all the things that are happening. I really want to thank you for coming and being part of this community, because it is you all that make this work. I mean, it feels so good to know you're part of something that helps so many people, and a lot of people that you have no idea how you're helping, just like Ron, folding bulletins for 14 years, and how many people enjoy that bulletin, right? So that's just how abundance and prosperity works. So I invite you to put your love offering, your tithe in your hands. If you want to give electronically, we have a credit card machine. We also have an opportunity to be on a automatic giving, so you don't even have to write a check or anything. It just comes out of one of the many channels of good that you have, and then you are in our Abundant Life program, and Christy and the people out there can help you with that. So let's breathe into that huge place of love that we experience here, the huge place of life that we experience here, the huge place of real that we experience here, and to know that we are the solution that we're looking for. We are the prosperity that we are looking for. We release any sense of tightness and just see our financial wealth as opulent and flowing and ease and grace. And we're a channel through which this financial wellness flows. So if you'll repeat after me the conscious giving blessing: divine love richly flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for the blessings of this day. I am grateful for the blessings on the way, and I'm so grateful. And you can do the hand motions if you feel like it.
Here we go. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
We are grateful for Gretchen. Yeah, man, oh man. All right, summer's happening. You guys are all like sandals. I'm like, why was I on the wrong page? All right, very nice. Okay, so let's just breathe into the abundance that is my natural state of living. We all give out of gratitude. We cannot outgive God. There is not a price you can put on awakening. So we just give from where we've received, and we know that's how we stay in the flow. We bless these offerings. It blesses this incredible place, and we tithe out into the world. So we're just part of this law of circulation. So if you'll repeat after me, I move at the pace of what is real. What is real is that I am abundant.
What is real is that I am abundant.
Prosperity is my way of life.
Prosperity is my way of life.
I receive gratefully.
I receive gratefully.
I give easily.
I give easily.
I am one with the law of circulation.
I am one with the law of circulation.
And my life is amazing.
And my life is amazing.
And so it is. Fantastic. Thank you all. Yeah, thanks for your service. Y'all are so great. Okay, so I'm very honored to talk about the flowers today. Our staff are some of the most remarkable people on the planet, and this young lady, whose birthday is this week, was a gal I knew in Kansas City, and we were at two New Thought churches together, and she created my website. But then when I moved here, she goes, you know, I kind of miss you, and I kind of miss our spiritual connection, and what do you think could happen at Unity in Chicago? And I'm like, well, there's an opening, because Kate Kotar was leaving, and I'm like, it's business, and it's going to be marketing, but, and she came, and I don't, I think the job was what it was, but what she really found was she said, I just love these people. I just love this place. And I'm like, well, I love you, and if you like these people, and let's just do this thing together, because she's just such an extraordinary person, and her birthday is Wednesday, so I want to say happy birthday to Christy Curry. Come on up here. Yes. Yay. I know, we're in this together, yay. And let me read what I wrote, because Christy has brought so much to our church by her wisdom, the things that when we started talking to the board about electronic giving, and the board was like, well, you're going to put something on the wall? Like somebody said, is it an ATM? I'm like, no, you don't get money out, you put money in. So anyway, I want to say, Christy moved here from Kansas City in 2014 on blind faith, feeling the love connection with Unity in Chicago. She wanted to enhance Unity's prosperity with her business and website skills. She served Unity with a cheerful heart and has brought us into the new millennium in many ways, especially with Easy Tithe and our Ustream that reach out into our Chicago community and the world. How many countries? It's a bunch. Yeah, it's amazing, yes. We are so blessed to have Christy's love-filled presence in our midst. Your light brightens our lives. We love you so much. Can we sing a quick happy birthday? Okay, can we sing? Let's sing to Christy, all right? Okay, because you get to receive. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christy. Happy birthday to you. Oh my gosh. All right. So thanks, yay, thanks, y'all. Kathy Mathis is in the house, y'all. Let's give her a hand. All right.
Okay, now we're on. So, anyway, thank you. Happy birthday, Christy. If you would like to donate flowers in honor of something special in your life or someone special in your life, we have 2 dates available short-term, April 3rd and April 24th, and you can stop by the Wings to reserve one of those dates for yourself and your loved ones. If you're with us for the first time today, we hope you are enjoying our service. We want to get to know you better, and we have a tiny little gift we'd like to share with you. So if you are here with us for the first time, if you raise your hand with me so our ushers can find you, terrific, welcome. Okay. And we invite you to stop by the Welcome Zone downstairs, look for the blue banner by the library, and ask any questions you might have. If anyone is new and has any questions, please do stop by. We want to get to know you better, so welcome. All right. Also, just as Heidi mentioned earlier, everything that's going on is always updated on our website, www.unitychicago.org, and all the latest happenings are there. You can also stay in touch with us via the weekly e-blast. It comes out every Friday morning. I look forward to it. If you are not receiving the email, you can sign up at the base of the stairs. There's a little sign-up sheet, and just leave your name and email address, and you will be linked in. So it's a good thing. A couple of reminders for you. One, our coffee costs us over $400 a month. Wow, I thought that too. So if each of us could consider giving a $2 per cup love offering, that would help us cover the cost of that each month. So thank you for your consideration. Our pet ministry leader, Carol, is here today. She will be in the gallery. And please stop by to talk to Carol about any pet opportunities you may be interested in. Also, a special need, if you would be available to foster any of our pets, the pet ministry will pay for all food and vet needs. So Carol will have more information about that in the gallery. Once again, Reverend Mark Anthony Lord will be here today for the Prayer Works workshop at 1:15 here in the sanctuary. You can still sign up. It's $25. And then, once again, his Mondays with Mark series starts tomorrow, February 29th at 7 o'clock. And here is a video about both of those events.
Hey everybody, Mark Anthony Lord here, and I'm coming back today, February 28th, to do my prayer workshop. My apologies for missing it a few weeks back, but today's the perfect day. We're going to focus on how to have prayer partners, and I invite you to bring with you a dream, a vision of something you want transformed in your life. We're going to use the power of prayer to create that transformation for you and with you. It's going to be an awesome workshop. And of course, please join me tomorrow night, Monday, February 29th, the leap year day. Take a leap with me into a whole new experience. Monday nights with Mark Anthony Lord at Unity. My home on Thome, your home on Thome. I look forward to seeing you there.
Okay, and now we welcome back Bruce Henry.
You're the future, and you come back for what is yours. The hidden treasure locked behind those hidden doors, and the promise of a day that's shining and new. Only a dreamer could afford this point of view. But you're a driver, not a passenger in life. And if you're ready, you won't have to try, 'cause you are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can't do. If you conceive it, you can't believe it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do. You're a winner, oh, and there ain't nothing hold you back. You're the hidden treasure, oh, locked behind those hidden doors. You're a driver and not a passenger in life. If you're ready, come on, you don't have to try, 'cause you are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can't do. If you conceive it, you can't believe it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do. You are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Come on, y'all, come on. Go, Bill. do a winner. Can't hold nothing back. Just keep on striving and everything will be alright, 'cause you are the universe and there ain't nothing you can do. If you believe it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do. You are the universe and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can believe it. That's why I believe. Bring it down, y'all. Say, you are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can't do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yeah, yeah. You are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can't do. If you believe it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. I believe in you, yes. I believe in you, yes. I believe in you, yes. I believe in me too. I believe in you, yes. I believe in you, yes. Oh, say it one more time. I promise you I'll be done. I say, you are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do.
Give him a mic. Let's see here. All right. Okay, everybody. Let's see. We may use. I'll grab a mic. Yeah. Let's see. Come on. We thanked him for that breakfast.
We talked a little bit about what meditation means to us. We know that's what you talked about today, and Jake's going to share a very short something.
Of you all the time.
Meditation to me is I relax, I concentrate, I meditate, I realize, I give thanks to God, and I am one with God.
Pace of what is real. Together, I move at the pace of what is real. So let's weave ourselves together and pay attention to your life. It's amazing.